Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Hope we're all having a great start to our work week. It's Monday night, and you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. One last time for Season 2, we bring you Flat Out Racing North America's Pro Division. I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming, and I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody's ready for some racing here tonight. So, Pro Division. Been an interesting division this season. We've seen lots of great racing from these Jaguar racers. These gentlemen are in that Jaguar F-Type GT3 car and have been all season long. We started in Japan to qualify all our drivers here at Flat Out Racing North America to seat these guys into their positions for the season. And full circle, we come around to finish on Tokyo for round 10 here in our Pro Division. Paymate coming in low, and let's go. Paul Twig and David Durkan coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, guys. Hope everybody's doing great. Much love to our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team coming in with a massive prize pool here for our drivers. Lots on the line, and it's all on the line here tonight. So, let's break it down. Standings are up in front here on the screen. Chris Reeves coming in with that thumbs up as well. KCR near with 140 points coming into the finale, leading the championship. However, with that being said, there's still a race to be done behind the scenes here in our Pro Division, which will be done before our Pro-Am Showdown next weekend. We'll talk more about that at the end of the broadcast. How's it going, LJ? Yo. So, this is only 9 races in hand for our Pro Division with our race here tonight, but it is still the finale. So this is the points breakdown coming in without the race that is counted here. So this is still going to change up a little bit, and this is why the official results are going to be a little bit delayed, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about that further in the broadcast as well. Let's get back to our pro race here. Nieder in the lead with 140 points. Jay Stewart chasing here with 129. In third place, it is Serturo with 118. Jay Silva with 113 in fourth place. In fifth place is Pork with 88 points. Ricardo Pickles is there in 6th with 84. 7th is GT45 Gaming with 63. Corey with 61 in 8th. In 9th is Bar27 with 53. Yanni in 10th with 47. Tattooed Freak in 11th with 40. We have Cheater Tom and Magic Man and Doug all out of the series now due to various real-life reasons. And so the Pro Division is dwindling, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, it's the end of the season, so it's all good in the hood. LJ coming in with that thumbs up. We got GT7 Joel over on YouTube going, let's go, boys, says Chris. Let's go, Taddy, says Payday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so as we can see on the screen in front of us, this race was ran last night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and the reason why not quite all of them are live broadcasts is A, we only have 2 broadcasters, and all the races are ran really close together, so we just weren't able to make it happen. B, one of the broadcasters is racing in this division, and C, the other broadcaster has to do one of the Pro-Am races right after the pro race starts, so a couple of the races getting redone here early on in the week for your guys' pleasure, and obviously we don't want you fans to miss out on what the other divisions are doing on the track here as well. So Pro-Am obviously was run at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's where Nolander Gaming was last night doing the Pro-Am 1 lobby, and ooh, that was a great race, folks. Very, very close finish there at that race as well, but some great racing actually over the Pro-Am 1 lobby. Make sure you over Nolander Gaming and check that out too if you haven't seen it yet. And we'll be live tomorrow night for the Pro-Am 2 division as well. So strategies here is much like the same I think that we've seen all weekend long. Even the AM guys weren't able to pull off a one-stop strategy here at Tokyo. So I doubt that we're going to see a one-stop strategy here in the Pro Division either. It's not that it can't be done. I just don't think it's feasible to maintain pace and still get a good result doing so. So I do believe we will see 2 stops throughout the field here today again as well. Only 9 drivers on the field. As I said, the Pro Division is dwindling, but it's the finale, so we're definitely going to make sure this one hits the broadcast market. Let's go, Pickle says. Let's go, Apex Boy says Larry. Ooh, boy, the fans are hot tonight. We love to see it. How we all doing over there at Flat Out Racing. No YouTube as well. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. We're just checking everything, make sure everything is running okay. I'm a little concerned. My computer seems to be a little slow today, so hopefully we don't have any unforeseen issues. Alright, all our graphics, ladies and gentlemen, are also done by Hyper Graphics. I totally forgot to shout out my boy Picky. Hyper Graphics doing all our visuals here for Flat Out Racing North America all season long as well. So if you're interested in knowing more about what he does and what kind of services he does provide over there at Hyper, hit us up in the comments below, and we'll make sure to direct you to the man himself. And you can have a chat with the man. He's an awesome dude, and he works really quickly, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go through our field. Let's kick it over. Live screen time. Oh yeah. All right. So KCR Nieder is in pole position. Now, like I said, this is a replay, so we are redoing the broadcast here today as a replay. So qualifying was done last night, and I can tell you that qualifying was very, very quick and very close up in the top here. And Nieder sitting on pole position with a 1 minute 56.456, I believe that was the pole lap. And Jay Stewart sitting in second was only a tenth of a second behind him. Pork was only 1.5 tenths behind him. Ricardo Pickles was just on that sub 48, sub 58 lap, sorry, and then sub 58, and then it was Corey in 5th place with Serturo in 6th. Those two were very close as well, and then Yoni in 7th place. He was very low 58s. Ghost 45 in 8th place was also in the 58s, and Bar 27 didn't have the great qualifying run there, so starting off in 9th place here today, but let's see what happens here at Tokyo. It's going to be 25 laps around the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. It is racing medium and racing soft tires are required for all the drivers here today, and we should expect to probably see 2 pit stops from these drivers. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, kick them tires, light them fires. Let's go racing. It's the Pro Division finale here at Tokyo East Clockwise, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the streets of Japan. Let's tear them up. Alright, so we're going to kick it. We got 5 reds. All the sound is working. We're kicking it good today. And we got TV cameras immediately, which is fantastic. And we're off. Alright, so Nieder and Jay Stewart get a great start here. Jay Stewart immediately cutting right in behind Nieder. We've got Pork right there in 3rd place. He's going to settle into the slipstream. And are we going to see the boys battle here? Or are we going to see them all go nose to tail here and play nice? So it's Jay Stewart in 2nd. We've got Pork here in 3rd. We've got Serturo in 5th. We've got Pickles in 5th. We've got Yanni in 6th. Corey in 7th. Bar in 8th. And Ghost in 9th. Back up to our lead here is Jay Stewart and Nieder are nose to tail as they launch up this long run into turns 1 and 2 here. And here we go. 2 wide, 3 wide through the corners. Is everybody going to live? Ooh, no. We got some contact potentially there, I think, in the backfield. One car spinning for sure anyways. And it's Ricardo Pickles in 5th, it's Yoni in 6th, it's Ghost in 7th, it's Corey in 8th, which was the car that we seen sideways there, and Bar here in 9th. So maybe some contact between the 2 drivers, or Corey just made a mistake there. He just got the car a little loose on those cold tires. Remember, it takes a couple laps to get these tires really up to optimal racing temperature for the tires. So after a couple laps, we'll start seeing these cars really hook up and put down some good lap times here, ladies and gentlemen. But it is about midway through our first lap, and it is KCR Nieder in the lead. He did get that pole position. Very, very valuable bonus point as we've seen in the standings there earlier on. Jay Stewart chasing, and this is the man that's chasing that guy in 2nd place in the championship standings, and these boys have been fighting hard all season long. We have THG's Pork right here in 3rd place, and he's got himself right up there too. He needs every position he can get tonight too as well. Serturo in 4th. He's our 3rd place driver in the standings. So our top 4 drivers in the standings are our top 4 on the racetrack right now. Just a little bit jumbled up in position here. And we've got Pickles looking up the inside here. Is he going to get the job done on Churro coming into the hairpin? Nice, neat, and tidy hairpin there by Serturo. And he's going to get that job done. So he's going to move up into 4th place. Now Serturo dropping down to 5th. And Yoni right on the back end of this, looking to see if he can grab a position here on Serturo. Ghost 45 here in 7th, trying to catch up to that front pack here. He's got Corey and Apex Racing's Bar right there in behind him. So these 3 guys need to link up. That should help them catch that front pack. But it is KCR Nieder here on lap 2. And let's get this going. So it is now race time. Everybody survived the first lap. They're sorted themselves out. Let's see how everybody does here. So Nieder building a quick lead here on Jay Stewart chasing. Jay Stewart losing a little time there, about 1.2, maybe 1.3 seconds, and then a whole gaggle of boys coming here in behind. We got Pickles and Yoni. Yoni moving up into 4th place there now. Pork moving up into 5th. Oh, Yoni dropping down to 5th. We got a nice little battle here as Yoni loses that spot to Pork as well. So Pork now all the way up into 4th place here. Yoni down to 5th. Sir Churros in 6th. Ghost is still in 7th. Wasn't able to take advantage of the battling there. Corey in 8th. And Bar 27 here in 9th. All three of those guys starting to close up here on each other a little bit. So going to be interesting to see what happens in this mid-pack. It looks spicy today, boys. Those pro mid-pack looks very spicy, but it is neater. Much like we've seen for a lot of the season, it's either him or it's Stewart or it's Jay Silva kind of just starting to run away with it early on here. And right now it's neater, so Jay Stewart chasing, and he needs to stay close to neater here. Every position matters for every single one of these drivers. Fastest lap point still available, currently belonging to neater on track here. We got Ricardo Pickles here, and he's looking very racy tonight too. In 3rd place, Yoni right there from Flying Fox Racing. He's up here into P4 with Pork now in 5th. So we're seeing lots of position swapping here in the slipstream, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sir Churro, and he's just chilling back here in 6th place. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to hang out, save a little fuel, let you guys fight it out for a bit. And, yeah, we'll catch you in the end of the stint. We got Ghost45 here in 7th, and he's trying to gain on the pack here. He's lost the pack in behind him a little bit here with Corey and Bar, but they're still right there. So all 9 drivers still relatively close to each other here on lap 2, so that's fantastic. Should provide for some pretty good racing tonight here, I think, folks. Chris coming in with the fingers. Yeah, rock on. Let's go. All right, but it is neater. And Neater's trying to run away with this thing. He is very quickly trying to build a gap on Jay Stewart here. He's very quickly got that about 2.5, maybe 3 seconds now on the racetrack. Potentially even a little bit more. We have Pickles here in 3rd place, and he's got about a second, maybe 1.5 gap there on Jay Stewart. We have Sir Churro here in 4th place, so now he's going to take lead in this mid-pack here. There's been some good clean fighting from these guys as they've been swapping those positions around at the end of these straightaways here on the racetrack. So Sir Churro's moved himself back up into 4th. We've got Yanni now down into 5th. We've got Pork looking to make the move here as we come through this high-speed little winding section here. So here we go. Let's stick with this here as we come around through here. And we all know what's coming at the end of this section. The chicane's coming here. Are we going to go side by side through there? No, Yanni's just going to settle in behind here to get through that corner. Nice and safe and sound. But this is going to allow Ghost45 in behind here and Corey and Bar 27 to slowly catch up to these two. So let's see how this goes here as we're coming in through. And you can see Ghost is really closed in now. He's caught that slipstream from these drivers. Really taking some wide lines in behind, trying to close them up here. And you can see Corey and Bar 27 just right there as well. So got a nice healthy little battle happening here, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like everybody's settled in here. So there we go. Let's see. Corey definitely and Bar there gaining a couple of seconds while those guys were battling. Ghost just settling in behind these guys here. They're going to go 2 by 2 into the corner. Side by side is Yoni. Is he going to get the job done on Corey here? Wrong driver. There we go. Both drivers going a little bit wide, and Ghost trying to come through and take advantage there. And it looks like he makes contact with Pork there. And oh, both drivers are just going to settle in on the track there. Ghost is going to wait, give that position back, and both drivers are on down the road here. So a little bit of contact there as Yanni and Pork were battling, and then Ghost tried to take advantage of a miscue there from the drivers and just stuck his nose in there a little too soon, I think. And Neater in 1st place, and Jay Stewart's kind of settled in now. He's just maintaining pace here, it looks like. He doesn't look like he's really lost any time, maybe even potentially gaining some time here on that leader. Ricardo Pickles here in 3rd place, and the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place drivers are just chilling right now. They're running their pace. They got some clean air. They like to be in each other's slipstream, but they're not quite there. We have Sir Churro and Yanni here, 4th and 5th. So there's Yoni. Yoni's fallen just a little bit off of Sir Churro and Ricardo Pickles there now. Obviously, with a little bit of battling between him and Pork there. We have Corey here now up into 6th and Bar up into 7th there, of course, with the incident there between Pork and Ghost. And these two now back on track working together here. So let's see how it goes. Ghost is closing up here really good on the back end of Pork here. Let's see if he makes a move here as we're coming in through. You can just see Ghost is kind of bobbing and weaving there, so he may just be chilling in behind this driver here. And dirty air is definitely a factor here too as well. It's very hard to drive these cars in behind each other going at this speed, going through this very tight racetrack when all you have on each side of you is some walls here. And it doesn't look like Ghost is too interested in trying to get past Pork here right now. I think he's more interested in trying to make up the time that both these drivers have lost on the racetrack. So let's get back up front and see what's happening here. They're a little bit back from the pack there. There's probably a good 10, maybe 12-second gap there. So they got some work to do here now. Nieder in first place, so, and he has... Where's LJ? Let's jump on board with Jay Stewart here in the cockpit here as he's trying to chase Nieder down. And this is what it looks like for our second place driver. He can just see him up there, so he hasn't lost sight of him yet, but that's definitely not where he ultimately would like to see Nieder at the time being. We got Pickles here in third place in behind Jay Stewart, and again, the first top three drivers very quickly breaking away from the pack and just kind of settling into a very early quick race pace. Sergio here in fourth. He's just settled in behind Pickles. He's about 3/4 of a second in behind, maybe a little less. Just chilling there, saving some fuel, just enjoying the draft. Closing up on a little bit on the corner here. Fantastic. And then he'll just, yeah, nice patient driving here from Sergio. Ioni here, he's coming around just where those guys came out of here, 1 and 2. So let's see if Ioni can see these guys when he comes around the corner. He can see them guys just up before they go down the hill and around the little left-hand sweeper there. So Corey not too far in behind Ioni here in 6th place. We got Bars just losing touch with these guys here a little bit. Got THG's Pork here and Ghost, and they're still in behind each other here, so a little bit of work from competitors here after that incident on track. And I think that they're probably realizing the only way they're going to make this time up now is just to work together here, so that is exactly what we're seeing. So let's jump on board with our race leader here as he's getting close to the start finish line, and we'll go for a lap around Tokyo here with our current race leader KCR Nieder, ladies and gentlemen, since the race is kind of already starting to settle down here very early on with our pro drivers. I had a little bit of early battling and a little bit of fight, and now these guys are just starting to quickly settle into their rhythm. Now remember, we're probably going to see 2-stop races here, ladies and gentlemen, so with that being said, then we're going to see pit stops happening anytime between lap 7 and 10, 11 probably. So let's jump on board with Nieder here. We're going to our secondary cockpit camera here as Nieder takes us around Tokyo East clockwise, ladies and gentlemen, here in Gran Turismo 7 on lap 6. He's led the race the whole time. He started on pole position, so looking very solid here tonight to start this thing off. He is our championship points leader as well, so everything's on the line for this driver here tonight. He needs to win. He wants to win. He's already got that extra vital bonus point with that pole position, currently sitting on fastest lap at a 157.3 as well, so around corners 1 and 2, and you can see the guys that are really locked in here are going to use every single square millimeter of this racetrack where you need to. Here you don't need to go real wide. This is just a little sweeping corner. You're actually not even really turning that much because the undulation of that corner will pull you back into the wall, and you're going to come over to the right side and you're going to get ready for the chicane. And I mean, it's just a little lift here to get that car to rotate in, back on the gas, and just follow it through. Here, much of the same thing. If you get the angle right, you commit to the corner enough, it's just a full send corner. You don't even see a lift there. He just sent that thing. A little lift right here, just back on the gas to get rotation again. Just absolutely every single millimeter of this racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. And these guys got to do this 25 times tonight. Very high speed flowing racetrack. We're seeing probably an average speed around Tokyo here of about 140 plus miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen, because you're just always going as opposed to slowing down here. This is the slowest part of the racetrack right here, setting up for that little kink to the start finish line. You really want to clip both those apexes to try and maximize the early power out. You can see he's just off his fastest lap there right now, currently on the racetrack by 8/1000ths of a second. So that was a great lap to jump on board here and watch. We got Corey coming in with that share. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for that extra level of support, my guy. Make the move, LJ, says Larry. So there we go, an onboard lap with our race leader. Ooh, and a fastest lap to go with it, ladies and gentlemen, a 157.322. So knocking 4/100ths of a second off that already fastest lap held here by our race leader. So Jay Stewart, where's he at here? He's starting to lose some time. We got that gap opening up to about 5 seconds here now on the racetrack. we got Ricardo Pickles here in 3rd place, and he's got Sir Churro still chilling right there in behind him, probably just sitting there sipping fuel. We got Eddie. I mean, he's just chilling. He's just chilling. Let's just sit on board with Churro here, and let's see what's going down with Sir Churro here as we go around the racetrack. I mean, he could easily make that move into slipstream coming into turns 1 and 2 here, but he's good, man. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to sit in behind Pickles here. He's got good pace, and I'm going to save a little bit of fuel. So yeah, he's chilling. Right now, Sir Churro's chilling. He's just enjoying the scenery here around the streets of Tokyo as we go through. Jump on hood cam here, take a little look as we rip past the office. This is downtown Tokyo. Here's absolutely fantastic stuff. Really huge shout out to Tokyo, you know, allowing us to come and tear their city streets up for a week. It's been absolutely fun here at Flat Out Racing North America, and what a great way to finish off the season here with a very difficult road circuit. So, and a quick one to do. This is a very fast one. It's a very high-speed circuit. It's going to be very taxing on these drivers. They're going to be very exhausted by the end of this one. I'm probably quite glad it's over. And I'm sure that the bodywork guys are going to have a little bit of work to do here on some of these cars by the end of the night as well. So let's go see on the rest of our boys here. We got Yanni up at the 5th place, and he's got Corey still right there tucked in behind him as well, just chilling out. So 5th and 6th place there, just hanging out, doing their thing together. We got Bar 27. He's starting to lose this group just a little bit here as he's coming around. What are we on? We're on lap 7 here. So lost that pack up in front here, so that may put him at risk of maybe losing position to these two right here, because you can see that Ghost and Pork are still nose to tail here after that incident on lap 2 or 3. Go Corey, says Stefan. Hey, Nolander coming in with that big time love. How you doing, my guy? Appreciate that thumbs up. So here we go, Ghost and Corey here, and let's take a look at this. Let's just sit on board with Ghost here for a second, as clearly these guys have been working together here. So that is exactly what's happening here. You can see Ghost is just going to get right up in there, give him a little nudge, and he's just going to continue to push him up the track here. And this is why these guys are starting to see the back end of that pack again, because it's 2 versus 1 here. So, and you can see Bar 27 is just up ahead there. You can see Ghost backing off, letting go a little bit early, getting on the brakes a little bit early. But what that does is that allows the driver in behind to close back up to the driver in front through the corner. So by braking a little bit early, he's accounting for the overspeed. You're not actually losing any momentum. And you can see coming out of the corner, he's sitting there right back on the back end of Pork here. So we got the chicane next, and this is really difficult right here, this part of the racetrack, when you're sitting so close to another driver. So you see Ghost is just going to back off just a little bit, take an extra downshift just to make sure he gets that rotation. You can see bouncing off the walls a little bit there in that dirty air. So difficult business bump drafted here around Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen, without a question of a doubt. But that is why those two drivers have caught back up to the pack here. Some great teamwork behind with those two drivers after an incident in the hairpin early on in the race, and they're right back in the fight here for position again. So, hey, racers got to do what a racer's got to do. And Nolander B-Fam coming in with the like and the share as well. Much love, Nolander, my guy. We got also go THG Pork. Let's go, y'all. Fast racing these Jags. Nice work, goes to love. Hey, well, got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do, guys. Racing is racing, and when you're trying to grab positions, sometimes your competitor can be your best friend all at the same time, right? So, and we're seeing this here too. We got Ricardo Pickles and Sir Churro. They're doing the exact same thing. Sir Churro has just been chilling behind Pickles for like 4 laps now. So we're on lap 9 here, ladies and gentlemen. We're probably going to start seeing some pit stops coming from some of these drivers here pretty soon. And just as I say that, we got drivers coming into pit lane. So we've got Corey here. He's going to come down into turns 1 and 2 as well. We got Pork now moving up into 6th because of that. Ghost up into 7th here and because of that. But he has lost touch with Pork a little bit up front there. We got Yoni in pit lane. We got Bar in pit lane. So Yoni and Bar are the first of our 2 drivers to make their stops here tonight. Howdy y'all, hope everyone is well. I hope you're well too, my guy. Hope you've had a fantastic day. Hope work didn't stress you out too much, my guy. We got Neater in the lead here, though, and he's cruising, ladies and gentlemen. Neater is flying here right now. So let's go through our dealio, shall we? Let's do our thing. Let's just do our thing. because this isn't live, I'm not as concerned about it here right now. So the guys have already ran the race and finished it, so we'll let you guys take a look before the rest of the pit stops at what the driver situation is. So our leader here on that racing soft tire, and you can see he is most certainly going to be pitting here as soon as he comes around to the pit entrance here. As soon as he gets around this kink here, he's just going to have about a 3/4 mile run to pit entry here. And he's going to go get some fuel for sure in that car. We got Jay Stewart here. He's in behind. His fuel situation is just a smidge better, but he's on the racing medium tires. So that does explain a little bit about the gap from first to second place here currently. We have Pickles also on the medium tire here in third place, and his fuel is looking a little dire as well. In behind him is Serchuro. Serchuro's on that racing soft tire, so interesting. And his fuel situation is getting pretty close here too, so you can see all those drivers coming into pit lane. We got Corey, his fuel on the bare minimum here as well, and that racing medium tire as well. So quite a bit of mixture of starting tires here. So we got Pork, and he's got some damage on the front of that car and those racing medium tires, and he's out of fuel, so he's coming in. Ghost in behind's coming in. He's on the racing soft, and he's got damage on his car, and he's got a little bit of fuel left in it though, but he's probably going to try and come out with Pork there so these guys can continue working together. So that's going to allow Yanni and Bar 27, who went in a lap before, to see if they can grab some positions on these guys here. So the whole field went into pit lane there, with the exception of course Yanni and Bar 27, who were in pit lane one lap before that. Let's go pros, says Mark. So it is Nieder back out in front, coming out of pit lane here. Didn't even lose the race lead there. Jay Stewart comes out in second in behind. So you can see we're going to have some different tires rolling here. Nieder's on the softs. Stewart's on the softs. We've got Serchuro, and now he's on the softs. We've got Pickles. He's on the softs. So here we go. Now it's time to start racing, ladies and gentlemen. We got Corey here. He's coming out on those softs. Yoni, he's out on the mediums. We got Ghost. He's on the mediums. We got Bar. He's also come out on those softs. Pork has come out on the softs, and I was going to say already they're worn out. He hasn't even come out of pit lane, but the game just corrected itself there. So I was going to say, wow, that is some bad tire wear on that Jag. Work was surprisingly good for just 3 hours of broken sleep. Tired as all get out now, though. Hey, that's all good. You get lots of rest, my guy. So another little tidbit about Season 3. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Better get your eyeballs up on the chat if you want to see the little teaser. And Mark Moran's been coming in here, our league organizer and owner, all weekend long, dropping little hints and teasers about Season 3. So if you've been paying attention, you might be able to figure out the riddle of Season 3. Nieder in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Stewart here chasing in second place. Let's see if Jay Stewart can now make some ground up now that he's on the same tire. We got Serchuro here in third. We got Pickles in fourth. We've got Corey in fifth. Yoni up into sixth here. Ghost in seventh. So Bar in eighth, and Pork in ninth. So Pork, right, he dropped there. He went down to ninth in pit lane there, so losing a couple positions in pit lane. I was a little confused there for a second, if you didn't notice. The light bulb went a little dull for a second, but it is Nieder, and he's still fastest man on the racetrack as well, ladies and gentlemen, at the 157.219. Jay Stewart here is chasing, and his fastest lap that we can see right now is a 58.2. That was his out lap from pit lane there, so those laps aren't going to be the most ideal, I'm sure. Serchuro now up into P3 here, and that is where he's sitting in the championship standings here as well. Ricardo Pickles here in fourth, and I believe he is our fourth place driver in the standings as well. So Corey here in fifth, and he is right up there in the standings as well, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. All these drivers are definitely up in the top 10 in the standings. So Ioni here in sixth, and only 9 drivers, so good points for these drivers at the end of the season as well. So no complaints there, I'm sure. Boo! Where's the thumbs down button for different cars? Lame. You may not be in the same car as your competitor on the grid. Ooh. Bum, bum, bum. Starts leading me to believe that maybe we're going to see a manufacturer style series coming from Flat Out next season. I don't actually know, ladies and gentlemen. Even the broadcaster is kept under the loop on this one. So your guess is as good as mine, chat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We got bar 27 here in 8th place with Pork in 9th. Pork starting to close in here. We got Nieder in the lead though, and last time we were on Nieder, it's the same spot in the racetrack, but it looks like LJ is just a little bit further behind right at the moment here. So LJ losing a little bit of pace on our leader. We've got Serchero here in 3rd place. We've got Pickles in 4th. We've got Corey here in 5th, and everybody's separated, really, with the exception of Pickles and Serchero. So it's Yoni there. We got Ghost sitting in 7th here. He's trying to chase Yoni down right now, trying to keep these two away, of course, and behind. In 8th is bar 27 and Pork. They're not too far behind, just a few seconds there, about 4 or 5 maybe. So a little bit of space between our drivers, but the leaders are really just out there. They are just up the road here. Nieder and Jay Stewart are just in a whole different world to the rest of the field here right now, as they are quite a bit up the road. They're about 10 to 15 seconds ahead of Serchero and Ricardo Pickles here right now in 3rd and 4th place, and these two drivers are a good solid 10 to 15 seconds ahead of Corey in 5th, who's got easily a 5 to 6 second gap on Yanni, who's got a 5-second gap on Ghost, who's got about a 5-6 second gap on Bar and Pork in behind. But those two have hooked up here. We got Pork and Bar now linked up. So let's see if these two start working together a little bit here to start to catch back up to Ghost now. And there we go. There's the push. There's the bump draft, ladies and gentlemen. So we got a little bit of work coming here from Pork and then bar 27 here now coming into turns 1 and 2. So is Pork going to go up the inside, just getting some fresh air in the front end of that car? And you're going to see that a lot when you have cars bump drafting, slipstream racing, so to speak. You're going to see them move side to side from the car that they're pushing, because they need to get a little bit of clean air in the front of the car just to get the nose of the car to dive into towards the racetrack so they can get their turn in without making a mistake and hitting the wall, of course. I think Serchero and I had a banger of a race so far. Oh, I agree. You guys are looking real good here. Keep pushing, Corey, says Stefan. It is Nieder, though. Nieder is the man. Everybody is chasing on track. We got Mark and Axel both coming in with the hearts on stream. No Lander B-Fam and Gaming with the care as well, and the double share. Absolute legendary support, my guy. We appreciate you for sure. Very fast race with the Jags. It is a very fast race with the Jags. You're not wrong, my guy. Very, very quick. Potentially the fastest cars out there for this weekend on the particular track. Again, the Jaguars get to stretch their legs out a little bit here at the end of the season. These guys have been, the Jaguar drivers, the pro drivers, have had a really tough season with some of these racetracks because they're very tight technical racetracks, and this Jaguar is not really designed for a tight technical racetrack, so to speak. This thing definitely likes a big, wide open racing racetrack. This particular type of race car, it's got a ton of torque and power in it, so this thing definitely likes to breathe and it likes to roam. So the Jaguar is very, very happy here at Tokyo today. I assure you that these cars get to stretch their legs a little bit, get to put the power down. They finally get to play with these things, and boy oh boy are they working them hard here today, folks. Nieder is flying around this racetrack and right now looking untouchable. We got Jay Stewart here in second. He's chasing, but we do know that Nieder started on softs and Jay Stewart started on mediums. Nieder took a second set of softs and Stewart's now on the softs, so that means in the next set of stops, if there is a next set of stops from these drivers, which most likely there will be, that's going to put Jay Stewart on the faster tire. So that's going to be interesting to see how that shapes out for the end of the race. We've got Churro here in third place with Pickles in fourth, and he's looking real good back there in behind. These two have just been stuck to each other all race long, so a little bit of teamwork from competitors here, and it's kept them both in a very, very good position here in the race. We got Corey here in fifth place, and he's kind of all alone here in no man's land by himself right now. He's just chilling and driving, doing his thing. Much of the same from Yanni, but he's got a pink Jaguar starting to track him down there a little bit with GT45. That gap is starting to close here from this driver chasing here in seventh place. So GT45 starting to get a pretty good run here and closing in on Yoni. THG's Pork has gone around Bar now, and he's starting to get a little bit of a gap on Bar there, and he's starting to track down Ghost in 7th, and Bar 27 is just trying to get back into that slipstream there as well to keep pushing so they can keep running up into the pack here. But it's Nieder, and he has led this race for the entirety of this race so far, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't even lose it when he pit. That's how good of a race this gentleman is having here today. You know what? One more tidbit. The car you start the season with will not be the same car you finish with. Ooh, we got 2 juicy tidbits here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The league is feeling a little extra generous here. We want to say thank you to Mark Warren and Flat Out Racing North America for all the hard work they've done this season to keep this thing rolling as hot as it is. We love you out there, Mark. We appreciate you. We hope that it's everything you dreamed of, my man. We really do. It is Casey Arneater here in first place, and he's looking real solid halfway through this race, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lap 14, and he's just doing his thing up in front. Clean air, no pressure, just riding. Jay Stewart chasing. And, now the fastest man on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, Jay Stewart, just coming in with a 157.129 here on track. So he's starting to flex those Jaguar muscles a little bit here, and showing Neater that he's got some pace. So let's see how this starts to shape up. We've got Serchero and Pickles in 3rd and 4th place here. And again, smart driving by these two. They have not battled pretty much the whole race. They've just kind of sat in behind each other. And when one decides they've got a good run, they just make the quick, efficient move up that big, long straightaway, and then they just continue on down the road, pushing each other on down the road. So, Pickles goes a little bit deep there, almost miscalculating the overspeed, I think, there. There was a little bit of a bail on his part there to make sure he didn't get back into Serchero there. So, that was a great response there by Pickles, realizing he was coming in a little too hot there, and great avoidance, and great job not really losing too much time from Serchero up there in front either. We got Corey here in 5th place. And we're trying to monitor the gaps here, and I think he's actually losing a little bit of time here now to Pickles up in 4th place here. We've got Yoni in 6th, and Ghost definitely closing in on him here. You can see Ghost is just in that background there. He's just on the outside of the slipstream, 1.1, 1.2 seconds here, maybe a little more as they come down the start-finish line straightaway here. But Pork is also starting to close in here as well on Ghost here in 7th. So, that's bar 27. I am mistaken there, ladies and gentlemen. Bar 27's gotten back around Pork, and Pork has dropped back down into 9th place here. So something happening there with Pork. He does have some front-end damage on this race car, so it's definitely been a tough race here for THG's Pork tonight. It is Neater, though, in the lead and still ripping around this racetrack like it ain't no thing, because he has not even skipped a beat here tonight, and he's running purple here. So him and Jay Stewart now fighting for the fastest laps. Jay Stewart coming in with a 156.914 last time around. So finally seeing some of these drivers dipping into those 56s. And boy, oh boy, are these Jaguars absolutely tearing up the streets of Tokyo. Absolutely incredible. Exactly what happened. Yeah, no Pork, says Stefan. Ooh, Dieter almost getting a little bit deep there, coming through there. A little bit of a mistake there made by Neater. Very, very minute mistake nonetheless, but that is going to allow Jay Stewart to start to catch up a little bit. It might only be a 10th, but it's a 10th, man, and a 10th is a 10th on a championship finale, ladies and gentlemen. So, championship leader made just a slight little mistake there. That may cost him a little bit of time here from Jay Stewart. Jay Stewart's definitely closing in. He could see Neater up there much closer now. So we got Pickles now up in front of Churro. So these guys have swapped around positions here again, and like I said, this is what these guys have been doing pretty much all race long. Hey, it's Cody B coming in. What's up, my guy? Cody B coming in with that thumbs up and the big time love with the raid. Much love, my guy. We appreciate you. Welcome, OGs. How are we all doing? All right, Pickles in 3rd place, Serchero. These two have been working together literally all race long. They just can't seem to catch those guys up in front of them, though. Those two drivers up in 1st and 2nd place are they're on a different level. I don't know. We got Corey here in 5th. We got Justin coming in with that thumbs up. Yo, what's good, Justin? How you doing, my guy? Yoni in 6th place. We've got Ghost chasing here in 7th. We've got Bar 27 in 8th, and Pork here in 9th, and he is just going to be looking for a pit stop here as quickly as soon as he can. That strategy cannot come soon enough for that driver right now with that damage on this racetrack. Absolutely just hurts your time. It gives you less miles per hour, and on a racetrack where you're pretty much just full sending it all the time, you need your horsepower. You need those miles per hour to continue to be able to have a chance to gain on your competitors. So it's Neater right now, and he's showing he knows how to use all the HP underneath the hood of that race car right now. now, as he has been in the lead literally the whole race. Hey, we're doing good, brother. We doing good. We just in the box. We doing our thing, man. We bringing this pro finale to the viewers. Presented by Flat Out Racing North America. Sponsored by GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, all our amazing graphics provided by High Pre Graphics. So, appreciate everybody being here tonight, and I hope everybody's enjoying the action. It's a small grid tonight, but the action has been pretty good, and I think it's about to get spicy there up front. We'll have to see. Jay Stewart's really working hard at trying to catch up Nieder right now. Pickles and Serturo have been playing nice all race long, but eventually that checkered flag's going to wave and the nice is going to turn into a battle. So at some point, these two drivers will start fighting for that final podium position. All right, y'all, have a blessed night. I'm off to bed. Can barely keep my eyeballs open. Check y'all later. Have a good night. Nolander, appreciate you, my guy. Corey here in 5th place, and he's in 5th, and he's got Yanni starting to track him down here now. So a little bit of damage on this driver's car here as well, and as I said, that slows you down a few miles per hour in these straightaways, and now it's bringing in the rest of the field. Yoni's gaining in here. Ghost is gaining in here. Ghost is going to go into pit lane. He's going to get up off those medium tires. We got bar 27. He's going to go around again. What is Pork going to do? Pork has damage. Is he going to go? Nope. He's going to stay out on that soft tire. So here we go. It's Nieder. So Ghost coming in for his second stop. So little undercut here coming from Ghost right now in pit lane. Jay Stewart, where is he right now? Let's jump on board with our leader here for a second. We'll get through this sector, and then we're going to take a little peek-sees and see where that gap is. Oh, Cody B coming in massive, ladies and gentlemen, with the 1,000-star bomb. My dude. Thank you so much for the love, my guy. Let's get a hashtag Cody B up in the chat, you guys. That is big time love. We appreciate you, my guy. My goodness. $10 donation coming from Cody B, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic stuff coming from an amazing content creator. Forza, ladies and gentlemen, you like Forza? You like racing? I mean, come on, you're all racers. You like Forza. Don't even start with me. You like Forza. Go over there and check Cody B Gaming out on Facebook. Show the man some love. He is an absolute blast to watch on stream, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely go say hi from GT45 Gaming next time you see Cody B Gaming live on Facebook, folks. We have Ricardo Pickles here in 3rd. So Jay Stewart can see Nieder here. You can see those taillights, but he just doesn't seem to really be reeling him in like he'd ultimately hope. We're going to see a round of pit stops coming here from what I'm looking at soon as well. A 3rd place driver Pickles, and this is what he sees. And Serturo looks like he's coming into pit lane here. And that is the case. So Pickles is going to go around one more time. Serturo is going to say, yeah, I got a pit. We're going to get into some clean air here and see what we can do with it. So Serturo opting to lose his drafting partner here and come into pit lane. So Yoni's coming around here. Let's see what Yoni does now. Some of these drivers are going to have to pit soon. Cody B coming in with another 1,000-star bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some hearts up in the chat with those hashtag Cody B's. The double 1,000-star bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Cody B, you're a legend, my guy. We appreciate you. iRacing coming soon. Facts, brother. Facts. All right, so we got bar 27 coming in here in P6. He's not going to make his pit stop. We got Pork. He's going to come in. You can see they got the tires still in the warmers there. So, ooh, that's interesting. Hey, a little call from the team there. Try to get some warm tires on the car. Oh. I might have to talk to the officials about it. I don't know if that's legal, Chad. Oh, that's a new one. So we got Ghost who pit a lap before these guys. Let's see if he can make that time up with some clean tires here. So undercut situation coming from Ghost 45 here. Let's see where he comes out on these guys. And then we're going to go check out the front of our pack. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ooh, we love that. We love that. Yeah, we may have a little collab coming here with the amazing Cody B coming soon too, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe a little bit of a teaser popped in the chat there if you guys are paying attention. Okay, so Ghost does just slip around Yoni here as he comes up that straightaway, obviously coming up at full speed when Yoni was just coming out of pit lane there. So Ghost is actually going to jump up into P5 there. With that undercut. So far so good working out, but he has Yoni hot on his heels here. So Yoni in 6th place chasing. We got bar 27. Ooh, little rub off the wall there just in behind those guys. We got Pork in 8th and Corey here in 9th. So now Nieder in pit lane. Jay Stewart in pit lane. Pickles coming into pit lane. Serturo, he had undercut these guys. So let's see if Serturo can get out in the lead here. He had a big gap on these drivers. It was about 15 seconds or so, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it's going to be enough for him to get ahead of Nieder and Jay Stewart coming around pit lane. High Pre, let's go, Justin. Hey, we got High Pre up in the house. Love to see it, ladies and gentlemen, over there on the flat out at YouTube. Alright, let's get those hashtags, Cody B's, up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We got to show that man some love, coming in with the double $10 donations here on the page tonight. Absolutely massive support. We appreciate you so much, my guy. And it's a side-by-side battle coming from Stewart and Nieder. So, oh boy, Jay Stewart's been chasing Nieder all race long. The second pit stop comes, and we are side-by-side out of pit lane. We are rubbing door handles around turns 1 and 2, ladies and gentlemen, for the lead of this race. And it's Jay Stewart versus Nieder. Now, if we remember, Nieder was on softs, Stewart started on mediums. They both went softs in the middle stint. That means Stewart is on softs, and Nieder will now be on those medium tires. This should be advantage to Jay Stewart, but we got a battle on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen, as Jay Stewart takes the race lead from Nieder. So for the first time tonight, we see somebody finally challenge KCR Nieder for the lead, and it is Jay Stewart, and he needs this race win here tonight. So now, can the strategy work out for him? Can he pull this out ahead of Nieder? A little bit of different strategy from these two drivers, and it might be the winning combination here for Jay Stewart today. But with that being said, when those tires start to fall off, Nieder's tires will still be plenty good, and that may allow him to also answer back at the end of this race. So it's all about tire management here for these two drivers now. Ricardo and Serturo still managing to hook back up even after taking pit stops on different laps. Pickles just coming out ahead of Serturo here by about 1.5 seconds. So Serturo and Pickles linked back up together here in 3rd and 4th place. Ghost is in 5th, and it looked like he made a little wall touch there coming out of that corner, and that may cost him some time here, and it does, as Yanni is starting to close in. So Ghost still here in 5th place, so we may have a battle brewing here as well. And we also see bar 27 really starting to close in here on these guys, and boy, oh boy, these guys are really using up all this racetrack right now. Ghost is literally putting the tires up on the curbs of these walls here to try to get away from Yoni right now. And boy, oh boy, we got a battle on our hands, I think, chat, coming up real soon here. We got bar 27. Let's stick with Yoni here as he's going to try and make a run on Ghost coming into the hairpin and then up the start-finish line here. And let's see how these guys handle this corner. Ooh, some nice, tidy corners by both those drivers. Where's Bar? Ooh, Bar losing a little bit of time getting the corner there. He was starting to close in on these guys, but he must have made a mistake in braking. And let's see if Yoni can get Ghost here on the straightaway. We don't have much happening for battles here right now, so we're going to go check it out. Outside move. Ooh, says Payme. Looking like a spicy finish coming up, says Larry. And it does look like Yoni is going to catch Ghost here, so let's see if he gets the move done on him here coming into turn 1, or if these two are going to work together to try and catch up 4th and 3rd place here. We have what? We have about 5 laps remaining with this lap included. Nope, Yoni's like, yeah, I'm just going to slingshot engage, see you later, catch me if you can. And gets the job done. So P5 going to Yoni here on Ghost 45. So Yoni's going to take that position back away from that driver, but he is just going to tuck himself right back up in behind, and it's a race on between these two. We got some good spicy racing happening here by a couple groups of drivers right now in this battle, and Ghost is just sitting there right on top of Yoni right now. Alright, let's go see what's going on up front here. As I suspected, Jay Stewart's starting to run a little bit away from Nieder here. He is on that faster tire. Ooh, but a big time slide on exit there from Jay Stewart on those soft tires, and that's going to allow Nieder to get a little bit of a time gain there. It's hard to say. I can't tell because I didn't watch Nieder's exit there, but if you got a tidy exit out of that hairpin there, that should allow him to hopefully gain a little bit of time on Jay Stewart up in front. But Jay Stewart might have made that winning decision here on that tire strategy today, and that might be the difference between these two drivers here today. We've seen about a 6-7 second gap open up from Nieder to Jay Stewart when Jay Stewart was on the medium compared to the soft tire runners. So let's see what this ends up with at the end of the day here. We got Serturo in 4th place, and he's losing touch with Pickles here a little bit as well. So Pickles is like, yeah, it's been fun, mate. You know, I've really enjoyed us working together here, but I think that I'm just going to step on it here and lock down 3rd place if you don't mind. Catch me if you can. Serturo's like, hey, whoa, yo, aren't we buddies here? Hold on, man. Just give me that slip. Just give me a little bit of slipstream here. And then we got Yoni and Ghost here in 5th and 6th place. Ghost is starting to lose track of Yoni here a little bit, so Yoni had a good lap there, as it looks like he may have even broke the slipstream there a little bit from Ghost 45 potentially. It does. It looks like it's about a 1 second gap here, so I meant to go look at the timing difference between the two drivers there that lap. Yoni had a 1:57.3, Ghost had a 59.1, so definitely difference in lap times there, ladies and gentlemen. So bar 27 here in 7th place. We've got Pork in 8th and Corey here in 9th, so not sure what happened to the THG drivers there. As one was doing really well there, and I'm not sure if he made an error or something there. We must have missed it. Ooh, I put way too much fuel on, says Joel. Dang, LJ showed him nothing but the tail lights. Ooh, facts. LJ Stewart here now, and you can't even you can just see Nieder as he's coming out of the inside sector. They're coming into that hairpin run, so LJ's starting to gain a pretty sizable gap on Nieder here. So Jay Stewart knows he's got tire advantage here, and he is pushing it. Nieder doing everything he can just to try and keep up with that race leader right now, but it might be all for nothing. I think his focus really does need to be on making sure these two drivers don't reel him in with 4 laps remaining here. It'll be 3 to go once these guys do pass the start-finish line. Sir Churro here in 4th place, and he's still definitely close enough to make something happen here with Pickles. Yoni here up into P5, and he's had a great race here today as well. He's had a good, strong finish to his season here from Flying Fox Racing. He's got Ghost 45 on his tail, and Yoni goes real deep there, and that's going to allow Ghost really to close up. Yoni gets right back on it, though, and he gets a good exit there. Ghost isn't able really to take advantage, but it does allow him to get back up in behind that driver. So, unfortunate for Yoni, but he doesn't lose the position. Bar 27 now starting to close in on these two drivers here as well. So bar 27 maybe looking at some position gain here. Pork and Corey struggling a little bit here right at the end of this race in 8th and 9th place. It's Jay Stewart here currently leading the way, though, and we've only had 2 race leaders here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and only 1 lead change. So it's been a pretty cut and dry race up front here, but a tire strategy and a tire selection change at the start of the race was a little different from 1st and 2nd place, and that's where the difference is now currently sitting in 1st and 2nd place here on the racetrack. Currently, their fastest lap still belongs to KCR Nieder with a 1:56.826. Can Jay Stewart get that away from him? Nieder here in 2nd place, and now he's got some front end damage on this car as well. So, ooh boy, that is starting to get interesting. He has a pretty big gap though on Pickles and Sir Churro here up in behind chasing. So I don't know if these guys are going to have enough time to reel Nieder in here, if the damage is significant enough to slow him down that much, but it's definitely going to slow him down. It's definitely going to hurt his chances chasing Jay Stewart here. Ione is looking like he's broken free from Ghost 45 in behind there. You can still see Ghost 45 is still in the picture there, but he's definitely losing some time on Yanni up in front here as he's trying to catch up. Bar 27 starting to close in on Ghost 45 here a little bit as well, so a little bit of a mistake potentially made by that driver in the pink Jag there somewhere in between those two drivers. Jay Stewart running down the track here, and he's just stolen fastest lap there from KCR Nieder with a 1:56.803. So boy, oh boy, these guys, it doesn't matter. All season long, they've been battling for those pole positions. They've been battling for them fastest laps, and they've been battling for them race wins. And when Jay Silva's in the mix, it's really hard to say which one of them three is going to take it from one week to the next. It is absolutely incredible, these guys, how close their pace in the racing has been all season long. KCR Nieder here in second place, and he's definitely not in the desired place he wants to be today. He really just needed that win to lock this championship down, and now it's kind of up in the air for this driver here. It's potentially his, it's potentially Jay Stewart's. We don't know. We have Pickles here in third place. We've got Churro in fourth. We've got Yoni in fifth. We've got Ghost in sixth. We've got Bar in seventh. We've got Pork in eighth and Corey in ninth. So here we go. We got 2 and a little bit to go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be coming through a couple of little corners here. Then we got this beautiful 180-degree double apex hairpin. And then we got a juicy little kink to the left. And we got 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. So on board with Jay Stewart here, our race leader. And he's going to take us here to the start-finish line to start lap 24, ladies and gentlemen. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. 2 more laps from our pro division here this season from Flat Out Racing North America. It's kind of sad, isn't it? We all know that the racing at Flat Out Racing North America all season through all divisions has been just top-notch. And it's so sad to see it end. But that's okay, because that just means the new season starts up in just a few weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've been paying attention in the chats all weekend long, you've been getting little tidbits of what to expect for Season 3 from Flat Out Racing North America. One more race tomorrow night, Pro-Am 2, here live at GT45 Gaming. Stay tuned if you want to catch that last little hint from Mark Morin, our amazing league official and league owner here at Flat Out Racing North America, ladies and gentlemen. Ricardo Pickles here in 3rd place. We got Sir Churro in 4th. Yoni in 5th, and Ghost hasn't let Yoni get that far away. Ghost 45 is still in the picture here. He's still trying to catch up to Yoni as they come down the start-finish line here. A little bit of damage on that left front of that Jaguar there as well on Ghost 45. Bar 27 has got some similar damage on his car there as well. We've got Pork here, and yeah, it looks like all drivers got a little bit of damage on that one specific fender of the car, so that's interesting. And we got Corey here as well, and the camera guy's going to show us the other side of the car just so we don't notice the dent on the driver's cars apparently. Oh, Miller Time Gaming coming in with a raid too, ladies and gentlemen. Big time love coming in here tonight. Welcome, MTG fam. Bob Cross, not a good night for THG. There has been enough drama that we should contact Netflix for our own Drive to Survive. Oh, wow. Ouch. Jay Stewart coming around the hairpin. One more lap to go when he crosses the start-finish line, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing? Bob, THG Pork looking like dog water. Aha, noobs. Stefan. Dennis Miller coming in with that double like. John coming in with that like as well. My guys, so much love coming in tonight. Miller Time Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, another fellow sim racer over there on Facebook Gaming and YouTube. Definitely go say hi from GT45 next chance you have as well. Some PGA 2K23 content, a little bit of Call of Duty. This guy's got himself involved everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Go say hi to Miller Time Gaming when you get a chance. Appreciate you, my man. It is Jay Stewart Nieder just coming around for his final time here this season in the Pro Division. Pickles, he's going to go ahead and take his final lap here, sitting in a podium position. And Sir Churro still right there chasing in 4th place. A mistake by Pickles could be a position for Churro. Yoni's coming around here right now, and looks like he's got a nice little tidy gap here now. Looks like he's lost Ghost a little bit here. So Ghost has some damage on that car as well. So definitely not going to be able to catch Yoni here at this point, most likely. So 6th place as he comes around for the final time. Bar 27 is in 7th place, and he's got some damages. He's going to take his final lap here as well, followed by Pork and Corey. So there might be a chance there's positions here for some of these drivers if they step on it here. Hey, we appreciate you, Dennis. We appreciate the love, my guy. We do appreciate you. We got Jay Stewart here in the lead, and we are going to stick with our race leader. All our pro drivers, for the most part, are all fairly spread out here now, so we're going to stick with our race leader here, Jay Stewart, as he's going to bring it home to the checkered flag here for Team Rockefeller tonight with a finale race win, as long as he makes it around the track in one piece here. We shouldn't count our chickens before we hatch. We shouldn't curse the poor gentleman. Let's make sure he at least gets across the checkered flag in first before we say he wins the race, I suppose. Hey? Just made sure to change to all live notifications so it suggested didn't know you were on. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're wondering why you're not getting live notifications, maybe double check that your live notifications are turned on. Facebook is a little wonky. Congratulations here to Jay Stewart as he comes around winning round 10 here, ladies and gentlemen. And boy, does that spice up the championship fight for the standings. That puts it to a point where we're not actually sure who is going to win the Pro Championship here now this season. Nieder in 2nd place. Nieder, he needed the win, and he needed that fastest lap. Jay Stewart took the win and that fastest lap away, and it's going to be a P2 finish, and just running out of fuel at the finish line was Nieder. Ricardo Pickle's going to come around, and he's going to get a solid P3 finish here tonight for himself. That was a great race here from Pickles. Sergio, he's going to come around. Nice fourth race finish from him as well. Yoni coming around, and I think this is going to be Yoni's best finish this season for himself here, and he's going to find himself a 5th place finish for Flying Fox Racing, so I'm sure he's going to be quite happy about his race here tonight. And we're just going to let him come across that line. That is absolutely fantastic racing here from our Pro Division. We got Ghost45, and he's not too far in behind Yoni there. He's going to take a P6 here for himself tonight as well. We've got THG's Porky just gets around bar 27 at the line here. Can he hold it now? Is Bar's putting the pressure on? Is Bar going to pull out? Nope. Bar's just going to tuck in behind. It's going to be Pork for 7th, Bar in 8th, and it's going to be Corey to finish it off here tonight. And he is just on a sliver of fuel here as he comes across the start-finish line. And he is going to round out our field here for a one and final 9th place finish here for our pro guys tonight. So congratulations to all our Pro Division drivers tonight. That was some pretty great racing. Great race, LJ. Nice track. Congrats to all the podium finishers, says Larry. Hashtag Bob Cross. Hey, Stefan is on it. Let's get a hashtag Bob up in the chat for that 50-star bomb. We appreciate that extra support, my guy. Absolutely legendary. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Nice job, LJ. And just so everybody knows, all those donations and stars and our subscriptions and everything that's donated to the page just goes right back into the page. Continue to provide the best content that we can give to you viewers. It goes towards giveaways. It goes towards what's things that the stream needs, and of course things that are coming up in the future as well. So we do appreciate all that extra support from everybody. We really do love you for it. Appreciate it, and thank you so much for being so kind. But Jay Stewart coming in with the big win here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and Nieder finishing in 2nd with Pickles here in 3rd. So we will do some interviews here, ladies and gentlemen, and just because this race isn't going live doesn't mean we don't have a chance to talk to the gentlemen on and off the racetrack. So little ad from GTR Simulators here, folks.
RS30 Ultra, the first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. By GTR Simulator. Go fast.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Now I gotta say, for a small lobby, that was still some pretty good racing. We've seen some great strategy come from Jay Stewart there, opting to start on the medium tire from 2nd place. And boy, oh boy, did that pay some dividends for him. Strategy definitely got him a race win here today, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Nieder was fast all race long. If those two drivers were on a similar strategy, I don't know if Jay Stewart would have had enough to reel Nieder in. He definitely was gaining, and he definitely had the pace. But that little bit of a gap, that 2.5, 3 second gap that those two drivers had there for that second stint, just proved that Nieder had what it took to hold LJ off there. So Jay Stewart coming in with the big-time strategy, the big brain play here tonight at Tokyo, and bringing himself a pretty big race win here tonight. So congratulations to Jay Stewart. As always, Nieder comes in with a very solid podium finish here, and then we have Pickles coming in 3rd place. So we're just going to give another minute here, but Nieder isn't in yet, and I don't know if we've had an opportunity to talk to Nieder actually yet this season. So we'll give him we'll give him another minute here, but in the meantime, we'll definitely go talk to our boy Pickles over here. So we're just going to turn some audios on. Make sure everything's running all juicy. There we go. All right. Welcome, gentlemen. And that was some pretty good racing for a pretty small group of drivers here tonight in our finale. As we can see on track, our Pro Division has been dwindling ever so slightly throughout the season, but still 9 guys being able to make the finale here tonight. One of our drivers obviously was unable to make it due to real life situation, but you coming out here in 3rd place this week, Ricardo. So really great racing from you, and it's been kind of an up and down season for you here this season, flat out in this Pro Division. So how are you feeling with a really solid race here in the final round at Tokyo?
Oh man, that was an absolute blast. For the first stint there, I got a terrible start, but there was a bit of scuffle at the first corner, and I came out in a good spot and saved a ton of fuel for the first session, and because I put so much on, I filled the tank every time I went to the pits because why? But yeah, I saved a ton following Churro around, and he was really great to race with. And yeah, on the third stint, I filled it up, and when I came out of the pits, I had 9 laps fuel and 7 laps to do, so I just gave her.
Absolutely, and I mean, you and Sir Churro were just stuck to each other all race long, basically right up until that final stint, and you just noted there, which kind of almost answers my next question. Actually, coming out of pit lane, was that the moment at the beginning of your final stint where you said, you know what, I really appreciate all the help, but I think it's time for me to go lock down this podium position? Was that what was going through your mind when you exited pit lane ahead of Sir Churro, who of course pit the lap before you?
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I was pretty sure that he was on softs for that first stint just because of how quickly he caught me up. Because I knew I had decent pace, like not as good as the first two guys, but I knew I had a decent pace. So when he caught me up that quickly in the first stint, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's on softs. And then for the second stint, I was on softs and he was running the same pace. So that he's definitely on softs. So the third stint, he's going to have to run mediums, and I'll just hammer it.
Absolutely. So a little bit of awareness on the track of what your competitors were doing too. So you're very dialed in for this race here tonight. How did it feel out there? I mean, it's not an easy track. Tokyo, obviously, the city streets of Tokyo, it's very undulating. It's up down. It's smooth city pavement, and these cars got some power. So how was it to take these Jaguars around this very difficult, closed-in circuit?
Well, to be honest, the Jag's actually a pretty good handling car to what I'm used to on this track. If I want to make money in the game, this is where I go, and I drive over either the Aston Martin garbage truck, or I used to be able to drive the Tomahawk garbage truck, and they just handle so terribly, and they chuck rain at you and everything. And I've probably got 1,000 laps around here, so it was no problem to stay off the walls. And yeah, I've just got a lot of laps here.
Well, absolutely, and I mean, obviously, track experience and track knowledge definitely helps, and obviously with much higher downforce and much quicker cars. So, Jag's not exactly the greatest turning car in the world, but it definitely likes to open up here, and it definitely got an opportunity to really use what it has underneath the hood here in Tokyo. I believe it was the fastest car out of all the divisions this weekend as well. So, how'd you enjoy the series? You enjoy the Jaguar around this very difficult season this season?
Oh man, I did. I really enjoyed the season. It's probably not one of my better showings in a championship anywhere, but I still had an absolute blast. And I mean, it's great to have race for Flying Fox Racing and have IMB Raceware working with us and GTR Simulator. I got a rig from them for a podium finish in the championship last season, so yeah, awesome. I love this place. I love racing here, and no matter how well or badly I do, I always enjoy myself.
Absolutely, and I mean, you can't really say that you didn't have the greatest season when the competition is just that hard out there. I mean, through all the divisions, from top to bottom of the division, it's just competition. It's just there's so many fast drivers this season. I think it was a challenge for every single driver on the racetrack. So, do you think coming out of the season that you've grown? You know, maybe you found a little pace, or maybe you've learned a new technique. There's definitely some positives to take out of a season when you're driving with guys that are so much quicker than you are.
Well, this is it. I mean, I was surprised. I had a great season, my first season out, and so everyone assumed I'd be in the elite division. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. I think, it was good track selection, and nobody realized how good the Porsche was in season one, so they thought I was better than I was just because I had a pretty meta car. So I think I ended up where I should have ended up this year. Like I say, I had a blast, and I always enjoy racing people better than me. That's what makes this game great.
Absolutely. Well, anything you want to add to your race tonight, and then of course follow it up with some shout outs and thank yous.
Yeah, I mean, I guess thank you to my wife and kids for letting me build a game room so I could actually not be bothered at all during the race. That was the first race I did in my new room. So yeah, shout out to my family, my wife and my kids. Shout out to Sir Turo for helping me out that whole race. That was mega. And a giant shout out to Yoni for all the practice and help he gave me getting ready for this race. And yeah, Flying Fox Racing, GTR Simulator, and IMB Racewear. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, hey, congratulations on a great season. And I know I probably don't need to ask this because you pretty much already answered it, but returning for season three.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, there's only two things I do on this PlayStation, and that's Rallycross GT, RX GT, and Flat Out Racing North America. It's the two best series I've ever done, and I'll do them until you guys boot me up.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another happy driver, another great season for Ricardo Pickles, and a great finale finish for him, finishing in third place. So congratulations on it, finishing off strong here this season, and can't wait to see what you bring into season three.
Thank you very much, man, and yeah, great job.
Alrighty, awesome. Well, thank you again for giving us some extra time here tonight, and go spend some time with that lovely family.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, so I milked it. Thanks.
Cheers, cheers. Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and this is one of the fun parts about these races, or about the leagues, about the drivers, about the communities, right? Is the top three drivers, the guys that earn those top three spots, get come in, they get to talk a little bit, they get to joke around, they get to hang out with the community. So, it's incentive actually in a sense for these drivers, and a little bit when they're racing in these series as well. Not only do they want to be the top dog in their division, but they really do want that podium interview. They want to get their say. So we love to hear it. We love to hear it, ladies and gentlemen. So we do not have our second place finisher, and that's it's been typical throughout the season. And he may be working, he may have something else to do. He just maybe doesn't want to come speak, for whatever the reason may be. He is not here to do an interview for tonight, but this guy, he's a championship points leader coming into the finale tonight. What else can we say? He's quick. He is very, very fast. He has the potential to be an elite tier driver without a question of a doubt. He's had a fantastic season. He's been up fighting up front all season long. We've seen one bad race out of this guy. And he deserves to be in the conversation for a championship title at the end of the season. And this very, very solid second place finish comes from KCR Nieder today. And it was tire strategy at the end of the day that really hurt his chances for a crack at the win and securing that championship today. LJ came in with a different strategy, and it worked out for him today, and it got him the win. So with that being said, we can't officially say who our pro champion is until everything is settled officially, because it is that close, ladies and gentlemen. So no matter what happens here at the end of the season here, with all the officials and the points and everything that's going to be happening here over the next few days, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to KCR Nieder, whether he is our champion or not our champion, because it was a very, very well raced season from this guy. It's been a lot of fun to broadcast and watch him race, and he is very quick. So bright future for KCR Nieder moving forward for league racing, I'm sure, and I can't wait to see him on track again. So congratulations to Nieder. And what else can we say? He just had a fantastic season. But with that being said, we do have our race winner here with us tonight, so we will jump ahead and talk to Jay Stewart. Oop, wrong button. There we go. So congratulations. This was a big race for you. I do know, I've obviously talking to you pre-race before the race went off last night, that you're more than well aware of where those points are sitting and what you needed to do tonight. And did you accomplish enough, I guess, is the big question.
It's like you said, it's really gonna go down to the official points. I didn't get pole. I was 700ths away, so I was gutted not getting pole. If I got pole, that really put me at a great position for the championship standings. But I did get fastest lap in the win, so that gave me five extra points. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in myself not getting pole. I had much more pace in me. I just should have licked the stamp and sent it. I didn't, and because during practice I was getting 56 threes, low 56s, and I just couldn't put a lap together. So, but I learned from it. I'm gonna grow from it.
So let's talk about the tire strategy. There's no denying that the tire strategy is a big, big factor in what got you this race win here today. Obviously, Nieder, sitting on pole, opted to start on that soft tire, and he may have assumed that you were going to do much of the same thing, but you came in with a different idea, and you started on that medium tire. And very early on in the race, Nieder built up a decent gap. I think that ended up being about 6 or 7 seconds, I think, by the end of the first stint, potentially. And then everything changed, because now you're on the same tires. You close that gap up a little bit, but at the end, where he needed it the most, you went onto the faster tire and you gained an amazing amount of time in pit lane, and you guys came out side by side. And the inevitability of that was the softer tire prevailed on the outside. You got a great move made through T's turns 1 and 2 there, and gets the job done, and you just didn't look back. So, was that the plan going into the race all along? Was to start on the medium tires, or was that just something that you decided right before race time?
It was not. It was a great man told me it, and I thank him a lot. So his name's Jake. He told me to switch up my strategy. So this entire week, I've been practicing 10 soft, 9 soft, and finish on my mediums, just like Nieder did. And I do like 6 on my mediums. And I run it through Jake, and he's like, do this instead. Start on your mediums, finish on both softs. You want to finish on your soft tires. So I'm like, all right, I should listen to Jake. It's worked out in the past times. I need to listen to him more, and it worked out. I mean, if you really look for advice, I'd go to Jake because he's a wizard for strategies. But at the end, yeah, on going on the soft tires with fuel, even on my first and second stints, I could save more fuel. And with the slow refuel speed in the pits, I could gain a few seconds. I mean, I think I got 2 seconds each pit just because I had 5-10% more fuel than Nieder did. And then going on to the soft tires, like you said, I just had more grip, more tire than him to make the move and get the win.
Absolutely. I mean, you didn't look back. That was a pretty convincing win there by the end. It was a little over 20 seconds at the end of the race there. But Nieder did find himself into a little bit of trouble there in that final stint as well, as he got into one of the walls there. He definitely took some significant front aero damage, and that just slowed him down. And unfortunately, just ruined his run for any chance of catching up to you. So that was a great drive out there. There wasn't a whole lot of real thick battling as well from this group here tonight. It seemed like the pros came in. They knew that this was going to be a slipstream bump drafting style race, and you just needed to keep it neat and clean to stay with the pack, and that's about what we saw. We see the pack break apart pretty quickly, especially yourself and Nieder, and then we just had little groups of cars in behind you guys, just the next one trying to catch the next one. So good, very smart strategy from these pro division here today. But this guy right here had the best strategy and the best pace, and he comes out standing on the top of the podium. So I mean, what do you do now? You just sit there and sweat it out for the next few days while you let our officials sort everything out, I guess, eh?
Yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat. So we have 2 drive rounds. I have 2 wins. Nieder has 1, so that'll help me out. But Nieder does have more podiums, so it's gonna be down to the wire.
Absolutely. I mean, anything you want to add to your race today?
Yeah, just this league overall in general, as of myself, even if I come out of this with nothing, coming out of this just with myself, I've grown on track and off track. I mean, as you've seen in the beginning of the season at Watkins, I'd burn through my fuel. I'd have to fuel save insane. My tires, I'd have 0% left on my tires. Now I can save more than top split drivers. I can keep my pace up and have insane consistency with the tires. My pace has grown. But yeah, overall, I've this league has made me a better driver and a better person overall, and that's just due to the people in this league, all the Apex guys, and even the people not in Apex, that the elite drivers, pro drivers, amateur pro ams, everyone in this league is truly incredible. So a big thanks to all those drivers, and then the sponsors just putting a rig on the line for a championship made me drive as hard as I could. I put hours into practice. I'd put sweat into this. So I've driven harder than I have in FIA events and real life events. So the sponsors really made this season what it is. I wouldn't have practiced hard enough. I wouldn't have driven hard enough without the sponsors. So thank you guys. And a big thanks to you too. I mean, these commentates come like all the sessions are insane. You got me on the edge of my seat the entire time. So big thanks to you too.
Hey, we appreciate you. Those are some big shout outs there from our boy Jay Stewart here, ladies and gentlemen. And well, that leads to the next part of the thing. Any extra shout outs or thank yous you may have left inside of you there, my man?
Yeah, I've been saying it for a few races now, but I can't thank Jake enough. He's truly an incredible guy. So I'll repay him one day. Hopefully, we got some big things in the works. So he's amazing. I can't thank him enough.
Well, we definitely look forward. So I guess the big question is, like it has been to all our podium finishers here all weekend long, from myself and the amazing Nolander Gaming, our other great broadcaster here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget about the other half of the broadcasting team coming in big time this season here as well with Nolander Gaming. I do want to personally say thank you to Nolander Gaming for stepping in partway through the season, taking on some of these divisions of broadcasts, and boy oh boy did he do an outstanding job. So thank you to the other half of our team here as well, to Nolander Gaming, because he did a fantastic job here as well. So return for season 3.
Well, we'll see what the future has in the works for me. Maybe we'll see the car and tracks, and the competition has greatly increased. The league size has almost doubled. I think we have 170, 180 drivers. So the competition's going to raise exponentially. So we'll see.
Absolutely, and I mean that's a fair statement. You know, it all depends on days, times. It all depends on a lot of things for a lot of the drivers as well. So, I mean, great racing all season long. You have fought hard this season. Obviously, being a fellow teammate with you as well, I've been privileged to watch you racing for a very long time, and I can honestly say I agree with you. I haven't seen you work as hard for anything than you have for this particular series. So, congratulations! That was a great race from you tonight. I'm proud of you, and all we can do is wait to see how the dust settles now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Potential pro champion, ladies and gentlemen, Jay Stewart, and congratulations, and again, thank you for giving us some extra time here tonight to talk to everybody.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, great interviews as always from Ricardo and Jay Stewart, and I'm sure Nieder would have been just fantastic as well, but opting not able to be here today. So we'll go do one last check just to make sure. Okay, nope, he's not there. All right. So, Cody Brown coming in with the 100-star bomb too. This guy, yeah, Cody, my man, I love you. Please, dude, legend. Let's get a hashtag Cody B up in the chat. That was during the interviews. I just didn't want to interrupt our drivers, obviously. So, Joe coming in with that thumbs up as well. That was a pretty strategic race for our pro drivers, and we've seen this from our pro drivers lots this season. You know, it's not that they haven't had great. Cody B coming in with the 100-star bomb again, ladies and gentlemen. Cody B, you're an absolute all-star, my guy. Thank you so much, my dude, for real. Just gonna go catch up on our chats here as Cody B continues to light up the star drops here on track and in the interview. He's very quick. I mean, LJ is a very quick young man. He's just a very he's just a young man as well, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of these young guys and gals out there are absolutely extraordinarily quick. But, you know, the talent from top to bottom here in Flat Out Racing North America this season has been incredible. I mean, we're talking top stage drivers. We have World Tour drivers racing with us here this season in Flat Out Racing North America, right down to our just jumped in, went and bought a rig and a PlayStation, and just got into racing all the way down. And not one driver did not have fun this season and put on a good show. These guys battled tooth and nail. If we didn't tell you what division you guys were watching all season long, you would think every division was an elite division, and that is the God honest truth, ladies and gentlemen. The racing has just been incredible. For 5 divisions and 10 weeks of racing, congratulations to the drivers. I mean, well done, gentlemen. You know, you know, as broadcasters, we get thanked and we're appreciated for what we do. And, you know, we do this because we love to do it. But I got to tell you what, I can't do it as well as I do it without the drivers bringing that amazing vibe to the racetrack every single weekend. My vibe goes off of these drivers. And when these drivers are having fun and racing hard on track like that week in and week out, it is real easy to have great energy in the commentary box. So thank you to the drivers, because you keep making me better as a broadcaster, because you guys keep sending it on the track, and you guys continue to upstage yourself week in and week out with the action you guys have been providing our fans and viewers. Absolutely amazing. To our pro division, thank you guys. It's been an absolutely amazing season. It's been a lot of fun to watch and to race with all of you. I've learned a ton. coming into a pro division was a new thing for your boy Ghost. GT45 Gaming this season. It's a tier that I've never ever made or been in before. It's a caliber of driving I didn't think I could ever get to in my short sim racing career so far. And I can comfortably say that I feel comfortable enough to say that I'm a pro driver at the end of this season. You guys have pushed me beyond limits I even knew I could break. You pushed my comfort zones to places where I feel comfortable. Thank you guys for the help, for the support, for the push, the drive. Watching all these amazing races week in, week out, you learn so much as a broadcaster. You try to put that to your racing, and next thing you know, you learn something. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you to the pro drivers, not only for great action all season long, but for the friendships I've built within my division, and of course for all the things that I've learned coming from my fellow competitors as well. It's been a fantastic season. And, it's sad to see it go, but everything good has to come to an end at some time. That just means next time it comes back, it's going to be that much sweeter and that much better, ladies and gentlemen. So that was our final ride here for our pro division tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for coming in and absolutely lighting it up tonight. I want to say extra special thank you to Cody Brown, Cody B Gaming, and Miller Time Gaming over on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, coming in, setting their communities over in a big-time raid tonight. Cody B coming in and dropping 2,200 stars, ladies and gentlemen. Big-time love right there. Absolute legend this guy is. Bob Cross coming in with the star bombs as well tonight. We appreciate all that extra love. Thank you everybody for the likes and the shares, all the comments. You guys have been blowing the chats up all night long. We love to see that. We love seeing you guys coming in and cheering for your favorite drivers, your teammates. Absolutely spectacular. We love the love that the drivers showed back to the communities and their families to allow them to have the time to come and have so much fun on the track and race at such a high level. It just doesn't stop. Thank you to everybody that makes it happen. Our volunteers behind the scenes, it doesn't happen without the volunteers, ladies and gentlemen. We see you, we appreciate you, we thank you, and we love you for everything you do, because we can't do it without the volunteers. In real life, racetracks don't happen without the volunteers. In sim racing, esports leagues don't happen without the volunteers. So thank you, volunteers. Thank you to the staff behind the scenes for providing us with a platform and a place to get together and just absolutely have some incredible fun racing and pushing ourselves to new limits we didn't even know we had. Thank you to the sponsors for coming in and throwing extra incentive in by throwing up a massive prize pool. You heard it from Jay Stewart, ladies and gentlemen. GTR Simulators has come in and supplied a rig for each division's winner this season. Apex Racing Team's coming in and supplying prizes for the top 3 finishers in each division this season. On top of that, sim rig as well. Massive prize pool these drivers are racing for this season. Absolute love all across the board here from Flat Out Racing North America. It says it on the graphics. Cody B just said it in the chat with the 35 star bomb. You matter. And he's right, because every single one of you matter. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us here every Monday night for the Pro Division, but we got one more. Don't worry, you can wipe the tears. It's okay. Because we got a Pro-Am 2 race tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee you, those boys in that Subaru BRZ are going to put on one last big show for us here for Season 2. And then we got something a little special coming this weekend for everybody. As we've been explaining to everybody throughout the season, we have 2 Pro-Am divisions, and that is a little bit confusing maybe to some, and you're wondering why. We had 32 drivers that were so closely timed together in qualifying that we opted to eliminate the rookie class and make 2 Pro-Am divisions. So what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to take the top X amount of drivers from Pro-Am 1 lobby. We're going to take the top X amount of drivers from Pro-Am 2 lobby. We're going to put them on track against each other for a 120-lap race showdown at Laguna Seca next Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live right here on Flat Out Racing North America, GT45 Gaming, and No Lander Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring the heat, and we're going to crown the overall Pro-Am champion. So you think that those guys just had a 10-week season to worry about and fight for? That was just to get them into the final race of the season. Race 11, Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss it. Thank you for all being here. We appreciate you all so much. We love all the support here at GT45 Gaming and Flat Out Racing North America. Stay winning, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, you all matter. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you all tomorrow night for Pro-Am 2 Division, 9 p.m. Eastern Time here at Flat Out Racing and GT45 Gaming. See you tomorrow. Have a great day, evening, or afternoon, folks. Ciao.